Hey everyone, and welcome to another Warcraft 3 video. In this one I would like to let you know that the balance patch that we've done several segments on has now been released. Today, as I'm recording this, is Monday the 19th of April 2021, and 6 days ago the patch note went live. I didn't rush out anything on YouTube because it's by and large the same as I had already shown, but there are some additional changes. So let's go through it once again so that we're all up to speed to the current live balance version in Warcraft 3. Improved Lumbertech requirement is removed, no longer requiring tier 2 for the 100 gold upgrade that allows peasants 10 extra lumber, 20 instead of 10. The advanced Lumbertech requirement that allows you to upgrade them to 30 lumber carrying is now available at tier 2 instead of at tier 3. The 100-100 upgrade for knights to do 15% bonus damage to medium armor has now been by default embedded. So a knight comes out with flaming swords right out the gates, without upgrades. Priest dispel range has been increased by 100 or 15%. Towers now repair 5 seconds faster, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually translates to quite a lot faster repair speed. I believe scout towers are 33% faster in repair. Thunderclap area of effect, the area of it has been reduced at level 2 and 3 from 350 to 325 and from 400 to 350. Neutral, Pandaren Brewmaster's strength and intelligence starting stat have been increased by 1. Breath of Fire max damage has been increased at level 2 and 3 from 720 to 800 and from 1080 to 1200. Night Elves, Druid of the Claw, starting mana increased from 100 to 125. Mountain Giants no longer carry the second taunt that would re-trigger 3 seconds after the initial taunt. To compensate, Mountain Giant taunt cooldown is now 14 seconds instead of 16. Mana Flare Fairy Dragon damage per mana consumed by the offending caster has been increased from 3 to 4. What this means is if I cast a spell that costs 50 mana, I will take 200 damage instead of 150 damage. Mana Flare max damage has been increased from 90 to 100. What that means is if I cast a spell that costs 50 mana, I will do 100 damage to myself, not 150 or 200. There is a cap. Fairy Dragon base damage has been reduced from 13 to 12. This is their average piercing base attack damage. Orcs, Scroll of Speed cost increased from 50 for a Scroll of Speed to 70 gold. Serpent Ward experience bounty is unchanged at level 1, but at level 2 it has gone up by 50% from 20 to 30. Here from 30 to 42.5. For undeads, Acolyte hit point regeneration while they're on the black ground, the Blight, has been reduced from 4 to 3 health per second. Rod of Necromancy cooldown is reduced from 26 to 24. Long time ago it used to be 22 for the longest time ever, so now we're at an in-between point. Ritual Dagger cost reduced from 125 gold for the 2 charges of Sacrificial Healing to 100 gold. Cryptlord's Impale stun duration on heroes has been reduced at level 2 and 3 by half a second and by a full second for a total of 1, 1.5 seconds and 2. Cryptlord's Impale damage has been reduced from 75 to 60, from 120 to 105 and from 165 to 150. Boneyard no longer requires a sacrificial pit to be built prior to making the Boneyard, allowing you to skip the shade production building to get frostworms. Frost armor on hit duration now scales 357 seconds instead of 444, I believe it was. Items, Illyria's Flute of Accuracy now gives a 7.5% bonus damage to ranged units instead of 10%. Endurance, Ancient Django of Endurance bonuses reduced from 5% movement and 10% attack speed is now 3% movement and 7.5% attack speed, making both of these weaker than the level 1 racial aura from the Priestess of the Moon and the Tauren Chieftain. The Khadgar's Pipe of Insight will give half a point of mana per second instead of 3/4. Legion Doomhorn bonus is going from half a point of regen to 0.3 point of regen per second, and 10% movement speed to 7.5% move speed. Bone Chimes now, instead of giving 20% lifesteal to melee units, gives 15%. Warzone Battle Drums is going to do 7.5% bonus damage instead of 10. The Lionheart of Stormwind will give 1.5 armor instead of 2 armor, and all items now sell for 60% of the item original cost instead of for 50%, which means that a Scroll of Town Portal that now costs 325 will sell for 195 gold instead of the original 175. So you're getting 20 gold more from the Scroll of Town Portal sale, and that's of course not considering any other item in the game. That does mean that orcs get their first Scroll of Speed bonus increase cost for free, and every after costs you more. This is for orcs that play Blade Master and immediately sell TP. Just a little extra. But everything is going to sell for a little bit more, and this should reduce people's bad luck upon finding undesirable items, aka a small step towards less RNG value in the game. What is your opinion on all this? Let me know in the comments below. There's also going to be a bug fix that is going to stop players from being able to find out where opponents spawn through the Fog of War with a rally point exploit that anyone can do without any additional software. However, we have already heard that this is not yet sufficient, and that you can still find out where Undead and Night Elven gold mines in the Fog of War are. For more info on that, check out the YouTube channel Funny Warcraft, no space, no kappa face. That's the balance patch for now. I also wanted to let you guys know that the W3 Champions server has contrived to add Footman Frenzy to their matchmaking. When will they cease surprising us? Not today! As when we go to W3 Champions, which you can get via w3champions.com, no ad, you can go here and instead of melee, you can press non-melee. You can see the Footman Frenzy mode, and let's play it. See you next video.
Friend.